daily witchy tips that I use to care for myself. I'm in the middle of my hair treatment right now. You know, we got to do all the oils to make it all nice and healthy because I have had a lot of breakage on my hair after I had depression knots all over this. If you're interested in my hair untangling journey, you can check that out on my TikTok at Azura Dragonfeather. But for today, I wanted to take a deep dive into how my new daily witchy routine looks like for self-care. It's changed a lot over the years, and it's especially super different now because of just all the work that I've been doing on my mental health, everything I've been doing to improve my connection with my dragon guardians. A lot of the practices in my daily witchy self-care routine, I guess you could say, are absolutely 110% given down to me by my dragon guardians. So if you're interested in some self-care tips that are witchy from some dragons, then this is absolutely the video for you. So make sure that you leave a like on the stream so more of the hatchlings can find it and more of our new friends can find us. And grab a snack, grab a drink, maybe a cat if you need a companion for this one. I'm drinking some water, unfortunately, out of a plastic water bottle. It's not what I want to do with my life. Funny how I'm drinking out of plastic in a self-care video. That's funny. But cheers, guys. I'm not promoting the brand that I'm drinking because we don't agree with that situation here, my friends. So, Rebel Child Witchery, hey, hi, hello. Good to see you as always. Thanks for joining the live. We are talking about our witchy self-care daily routines here today. As you can tell, I'm in the middle of mine. I'm doing a little hair treatment, but let's kind of start with that, shall we? So I was talking about a little bit earlier how my hair healing journey has just been really difficult for me. A lot of that has come from depression and a lack of understanding of how to take care of my body. Growing up in the family that I grew up in, I was just never really taught how to properly care for myself in any way, shape, or form. That means when it comes to hygiene, both physical, emotional, and spiritual hygiene, all of that. We never really got any education on that. And so I really kind of just blundered my way through caring for myself. And the older that I got, after I went through a lot of trauma, I had to kind of relearn how to be a human being because I, first of all, never really learned that, and second of all, just had so much trauma that I was just like, how do I do this? So enter the chat, Mr. Magic here came into my life and decided to, want to add a pinch of every single part of my healthcare routine. Carrie Joy, are you a Christian? No, I'm not. I'm a witch. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the live, but we do believe in God on this channel, so subscribe if you're interested. I feel that, yeah. So I essentially had to come to terms with the fact that I didn't know what I was doing when it came to taking care of myself, and I kind of had to learn from the scritchety scratch. I was like, what do I do? So it really started with my hair care because at the point of my true self-care journey, intentionally, it began when I was just trying to fix my hair. And I ended up learning a lot about, hair health. And at first, I've been told my whole life to never cut my hair, right? But I ended up realizing that through untangling my hair and taking care of my hair that way, that actually the health of your hair starts at the roots. So then that started that kind of pushed me into the spiral of just natural ways to take care of your body. And I learned about, hair oiling and hair massages and working on the fascia of the tissues and stuff like that. But when I started doing my self-care and started doing these things, I felt like it was missing something. When I was doing the gua sha or facial massages, when I started doing the hair care, the oil pulling, when I started doing these kinds of things, it felt like something was missing, if you will. Well, I guess it would be obvious. I don't know why it wasn't obvious to me then, but I ended up just kind of going with the motions for a while and kind of fell off. But that's just not I kind of went through the thing for a while, fell off, and then had to refine my way to it. And here's the thing. When I found my way back to it, I was like, we need magic in this. There's no way that this is gonna be a sustainable practice for me unless I add a little pinch of magic to it. So enter the chat my magical daily witchy routine. every single day, as much as possible, I try to wake up and start my day with a very, very intentional candlelit bath. And I will pop in the bath sometimes for 15 minutes. Sometimes I will be in there for literally hours. I'm very grateful and very blessed and privileged that I'm able to work from home, so I can basically make my own schedule and I don't have any like time accommodations outside of that unless I commit to them myself. Like I organize it with my clients, or I have a show or things like that, you know? So it starts with, in the bathtub, what I've learned is that for me, especially as a Pisces moon and a Pisces Venus, the best way for me to take care of myself is through like dreamy, mermaidy, whimsical, siren-y type of like magical experiences, if that makes sense. But like that's kind of like exactly what I needed. I literally needed to start my days as if I was like this ethereal mermaid, like creating magic in the bathtub, because like otherwise I would just have such a hard time maintaining my energy throughout the day, maintaining my like a good mood. I would get very moody really easily, super just emotionally like stressed all the time. Just started working through trauma more seriously, and things already feel more connected and magical. Yay, I'm so happy to see, so happy to hear that. Jesus can save you. I really don't mean this rudely, even talking about what you are now. Carrie Joy, you're totally welcome to have your own perspective, but like Jesus was a prophet of God. He's not God himself, so just so you know. I hope you know that all of it is the same. At the end of the day, all of it's the same, just different names. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. But anyway, so it all started with that meditation, you know, like I had to set my intention. I had to be like, okay, look. And then in the water, I would connect to source and source energy. And like I sincerely had to just be there and set the intention for my day. And also even like ask the water to flow like in like messages to me, you know, like I would ask the element of water to wash away all of the negative energy, wash away all of the bad stuff that's off of me, and bring in all of the messages I need and all of the purpose like that I need to set the intention for my day. ASMR Witch, hey, hi, hello, it's so amazing to see you. But anyway, like it was so incredibly important for me to like cultivate this practice, and I was very much guided to do this. Have you ever worked with water spirits at all? Yes. This is kind of like what I'm about to get into, actually. So, I mean, I do work with water dragons. Those are water spirits. But if you're talking about like water spirits of the land, absolutely. I really started connecting with the spirits of water through these rituals and really tapping into my self-care through the lens of like my Venus and my moon sign. It's really been it's pretty incredible for me, actually, because my moon sign, being a Pisces, like I'm super emotional and like super like always in my imagination, and like 9 times out of 10 I'm not here right now, like please leave a message. So like I literally was like, I have to like create a way to like ground myself for the day, but also create magic at the beginning of the day. That was really what was missing in my practice. And I will use my candles and stuff like that and light my candles with intention. You know, I will do these practices where I speak my intentions over my candles, be it over, you know, me for the day. Maybe I'm lighting candles to manifest something. Maybe I'm lighting a candle to protect me. Maybe it's for healing, you know, maybe I'm trying to give healing to myself. Maybe I'm on like, you know, I do have chronic health issues. So like, I do sincerely have to like take care of that part of me. Do you know what I mean? Like it's so difficult. It's so difficult sometimes to keep that practice. You know, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to get in the bathtub. I don't want to light candles. I don't want to do this. But every single time I push myself to do it, even if I have the slightest bit of, I don't want to, I always feel it better. I always feel so much better. Alfred Hitchcock, hey, hi, hello. Just any kind of water spirits, really. I work with the Siren and Haitian Voodoo and Azil Dantar, who's also a water spirit. She's super intense to work with sometimes. That's amazing. I've been working more closely with nymphs recently. That's essentially like been the hyper focus of my like water spirit work right now, and just like the spirits of the water of the land, and just finding a like just and also just like the literal spirit of water itself, like just the whole general element, you know what I mean? Like in the spiritual sense, really tapping into that energy. I learned some incredible things, you know, like when you look at the scientific facts of water, the water on our planet has existed longer than our sun. Like the water was here before the planet. That's crazy. Okay, so anyway, because of that reason, I working with water more and more recently on such a consistent basis and using water to tap into, you know, honestly, the Akashic records and source energy, or God, if that's what you consider it, you know, the universe, whatever you want to call it, using water as a tool to tap into the memories of time. Water is literally the record keeper of time. And this is what I have learned through my meditation practices in these baths that I do. Feeling G water energy lately. Yeah, Layla Angel, thanks for joining the live. I think you'll love Yamiya and Okalan for water spirits. If you ever feel drawn to work with them, that's amazing. Oh my goodness, Carrie. Please have a good day. Anyway. Spirits, if you ever feel drawn to work with them. Yeah, I do. I don't know too much about them, but I will learn some more. And it holds memory. Yes, it does. And even your own water holds memory. So when you, and on top of that, you know, when your water holds memory, you can start to speak your intentions over your water. So this is the next step of my like daily witchy care. So, well, I actually probably should have made this the first part, but let me backtrack a second. So before I do my bath situation, I make what's called my electric elixir in the morning. And that's basically a solution of water, like filtered water, or like honestly just the best water I can find. And then it has a pinch of sea salt, a pinch of Himalayan sea salt, and a pinch of baking soda, and a whole lemon, a juice of whole lemon. And I will start that, I will start my day with like 8 to 12 ounces of that. And when I do this and I mix this, I put my intentions into it. You know what I mean? For the day, I speak over the word, like I speak over the water, you know, like what I want. And I literally charge it with my intention. And I'll, you know, it's different every day. It just depends on the vibe. But then while I'm in my bathtub ritual that I was talking about earlier, I will be drinking like my electric elixir while I'm in there, you know, and I'll usually have like some nice ambiance in the background, a couple spell candles, you know what I mean? Like, the whole works. We do the whole works. There's some really good YouTube channels about Orishas. Yeah, I bet there are. I definitely should check them out. Do you have any ones that you like recommend, like names that you recommend? Because that's totally new to me, so I would love to like make sure it's a good resource I'm getting into. Affirmations in my tea daily. Hell yeah, Rebel Child, you know what's up. Excuse me. But yeah, so then after I do this, like after my bath is done and I've like received the messages that I feel like were good and I feel like I've like locked my like intention in for the day, then I will get up and start doing my makeup and start like doing my like skincare and like all of that. So this is where more magic and more intention comes into play. So I have a crystal gua sha. It's like a clear quartz one. Some people have jade or whatever. And I literally charge the clear quartz gua sha with my intention of like protecting me, like, and I know that might sound weird, but like protecting me from like unwanted gaze, if that makes sense. So like the intention of this beauty ritual is to make sure that like I don't attract attention that would harm me, like violently. Like I've had some unfortunate experiences, and so this is like a really important part of my practice, and it gives me really, really intense confidence too. And also, while I'm doing my gua sha ritual, I'll also do like some types of chants. Sometimes I'll intuitively hum or sing to myself in a healing tone. If I feel like, for example, like if I'm on like my period and I don't feel good, I will like almost hum to myself in an intuitive way that like my intuition informs me to kind of like resonate with the pain, to kind of like resonate it away. That was a really bad way of explaining it. Let me try again. So I will like create a vibration with my voice to kind of like resonate with the pain centers in my body and an attempt to like alleviate some of the pain, if that makes sense. So there is like kind of a tricky process when I first started this out, but honestly, like I just started following my intuition with it. It's a really like the way that I view my magic now is that it's just a part of my natural instinct. It's not something that I do. It's not something that I like. It's not a hobby. It's not like even identity. It's just like, you know how like cats will puff up when they get scared, like that's instinct. Like for me, if I get scared, I'm gonna do some witchcraft. Like that's it. You know. So this is kind of like part of this like nature, this like, and accepting and understanding that like incorporating my magic into my daily, like not only my daily self-care routine, but just like into my daily experience in general has just been a short circuit, like a shortcut way for me to almost master magic in the mundane sense, because it's like every single day now I'm moving through each moment with a pinch of magic, where before I used to think that it was like magic was only like when I did rituals or when I did spells or when I did chanting or when I was like working with my dragon guardians in circle. Like I thought that was what magic was, and yes, that is magic, that's true, excuse me, but it's like, don't forget that like everything can be magic if you want it to be. The only difference is like, do you see it? Like you have to ask yourself, do you see it? And also sometimes you have to create your own magic too a little bit, you know, like in my self-care, like I said, I was doing these self-care routines, doing the gua sha, doing all this, but like before I added the magic to it, and it felt hollow to me. It was like unsustainable. I wasn't going to be able to maintain that daily practice of taking care of myself if I literally did not add magic to it. Because now that I added my magical practice into it, now that I added my intention into every single step of my routine, I feel like $1 million when I walk outside. Actually, $1 billion. Like I feel so confident and so juicy, and like my energy is so securely mine, and like nothing can take me away from that when I do these things. So then like after I do like my gua sha with the intentions of keeping myself safe from like unwanted attention and just like flowing, you know, I'll sing sometimes really sweet songs to myself, you know. One of my favorite ones is from TikTok, and she goes like, every little cell in my body is happy, every little cell in my body is well. It's so cute. So like things like that, you know, you really gotta like almost sometimes like pray over yourself, like cast over yourself, you know, like speak over yourself, speak good intentions over yourself. And when I do my makeup, you know, I do my makeup with like glamour magic, you know, I do it to attract what is meant for me. I do it to bring in the opportunities that are meant for me, the people that are meant for me. You know, when I even if it's just the littlest thing, like some blue mascara, you know, like setting that intention every single second of the day that I do is my witchy daily self-care. Like even when I'm just like sitting watching my kitten like literally look outside, like where's the magic in this? The magic is that like, look at this little soul just experiencing her own little world in here, and she just radiates her own little energy, and I just get to watch her exist, and that's magic. You might not think that's magic, but I certainly do, because I choose to see the magic. I choose to see the magic of her little soul experiencing life. Like that's so special, right? Karina Capucci, so good to see you. I played with my ghost box again, and my deceased best friend came through. I'm not crying, you are. Oh, Karina, that's so sweet, though. I'm sure that it was healing in a way, right? I hope so. Would you guys want me to do like a live on voice box? My boyfriend hates that shit. So yeah, he hates that shit. So I don't know if he'd let me have a voice box. I mean, I can have one. I can have a ghost box, okay? There's no rule against that, but like, maybe he doesn't know. It's called Joseph Baba Ifa is his YouTube channel name. Oh, okay, thank you. I'll definitely check him out. Podcast called Our Roots. Black Witch Yaya is a good source, and I'll be doing some videos of my own soon after my YouTube equipment comes in and fixes it. Oh, that's amazing. I definitely will have to check it out. Thank you so much, ASMR Witch. I used to think doing magic for just myself was selfish, but now I look at it like filling any other cup. Exactly. That's a really good way of putting it, because like the thing is that after I do this like daily part of my routine, like my makeup's done, I did my skincare, I did like my, you know, my massages and all of that, you know, then we hit the fucking gym, bitch. Like, and the intention of the gym is so important, okay? So for someone like me who's gone through a lot of trauma, the gym can create a lot of sensations within my body that triggers my trauma, which is why it is so incredibly important for me to layer on top of what I'm doing in the gym, like my intention, my magic, so I can keep my mind focused on the prize, right? So when I hit the gym, you know, and I would like to hit the gym more, I've been dealing with a lot of health issues, but we'll share that journey on here too, don't worry about it. The magical journey of fitness. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but I literally will go there, and I like, cause where I'm at, we have like a local gym, right? And so I'll go there, I'll bring my little yoga mat, and I will bring my another glass of my electric elixir water, like I mentioned earlier, which is just filtered water, a pinch of sea salt, Himalayan sea salt, or excuse me, Irish sea salt or Himalayan pink salt, excuse me. Either or works fine. You can do a pinch of both if you're feeling a little zesty. And then you can add a pinch of baking soda, and you add the juice of a full lemon. And that is my electric elixir. And I drink this almost exclusively. I don't have any right now because I'm out of lemons. See, life didn't give me lemons today, so I can't make electric elixir water. So anyway, I will bring another glass of this with the intention to keep me grounded within my routine. And so when I go into the gym, and I will start my workouts with stretching. And when I do my stretching, I have the stretching routine that I learned in high school when I did dance. So I kind of keep that and add some new ones to it. But when I do my stretching, I add breath work into it while I'm counting, coupled with a affirmation. So what this looks like is, say like I'm stretching my arm like this, right? So let me try and give you a better view. So say I'm stretching my arm like this. I will do the breath work of 2 breaths in and exhale. So as an exhale, and then after that, I will say an affirmation and do the count of 1. So for example, that might look like, I don't chase, I attract. 1. I don't chase, I attract. 2. And I do that for 13 counts. 22 if I'm feeling a little feisty. And then after I do my stretching session, like after every single stretch that I do with that count, I take a sip of my electric elixir water. And then when my stretching is done, that's when I do like whatever routine I have for that day. So sometimes I will do like the Stairmaster, sometimes I'll weightlift, sometimes I'll just like do yoga. It just depends on my flow state, like my menstrual state and the quality of my energy for the day. But when I do this, I'm visualizing the entire time as best as I can while I'm working out on the goals that I want. And I'm sure most people do this in the gym actually. So like, surprise, that's a practice of magic. You're visualizing, you're literally doing visualization. That is a type of manifestation. Congratulations. Coupled with the exercise of being in the gym, when you're like literally, you know, working, sometimes if I'm alone in the gym, I'll actually chant to myself. So I'll have like, you know, I have like different chants that are like personal to me that I will not share on this channel, but like, you know, there's other ones that like, I don't chase, I attract is very common. People love that on TikTok. But anything, you could literally write any of your affirmations or any of like your scripts, if you will, and just recite that over to you. Maybe you can write like an entire script like on journal pages, and just like while you're like walking on the Stairmaster, you just read that over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and you actually don't realize it, but while you're working out doing that process, you're actually programming your body with that intention at the same time. So this has absolutely skyrocketed my ability to I'm a lot more fit and healthy now. Like I could be better. We're getting there, but like it's a process. Like you can't adopt a new like daily self-care routine and expect results overnight. Like that's not how this works. And like it's about the process. It's about the journey of taking care of yourself. It's not about the results. If you're doing the daily self-care to have a specific result, then it's not self-care. It's boot camp. Like, what the fuck? Like, I literally had to change my mentality around how I took care of myself, from being something that was just like required and annoying and I didn't want to do it and a sensory nightmare and like something that I didn't even like all the time, to something that I had to shift my perspective from that to something of like, no, I want to cultivate a better environment within and without of myself. I want to break past the barriers that I'm afraid of within and without myself. I want to feel stronger. I want to feel healthier. I want to be more grounded, and I want to feel magical again. I wanted to feel magical again, and that just was not gonna happen after going through so much trauma and depression and anxiety and abuse unless I decided to plug my magic into every single moment that I had. That's what I had to do. Whoop, almost dropped you guys. That's what I had to do. It's hard work, man, and it's so much easier said than done, but at the end of the day, you have to decide every single moment of your life what that looks like. You are either going to be deciding for yourself on a subconscious level based off the programs that you've gotten from everything else around you, or you're going to be making conscious decisions. And the conscious decisions that you make with your willpower and intellectual thought is the exact direct responsibility you have to evolve. Like, that is the key to evolution, is your intellectual conscious thought and motion through actions. And this is where I started tapping into my dragon guardians, helping guide me with this. They were like, okay, get harder, make it harder for yourself. Like, not like in a bad way, but like more challenging, right? So they're like, now, you know, how many more times throughout the day can you really add all of that? You know, I try to add like, you know, my hair care massages. I'll start down here and then I go up, and then I do like, you know, start here and, you know, work my way out, you know, like, and every single moment that I can. And when I do my hair, like these massages, like my hair massages throughout the day, I'm having the intention in my mind of blessing and protecting my crown, of capping my energy to myself so I don't have any energy leaks. When I do these massages to help my hair grow, not only am I helping my physical body heal, but I'm also like setting the intention within my energy, within my spirit body, of what is allowed. Because at the end of the day, you are the creator of your own reality, and no one can take your energy unless you give them consent to. And you were conditioned to give consent all the time, and your energetic consent is reacting to people. Okay, so that's why if you want people to stop having power over you and stop draining your magic and your life force, part of my witchy self-care on the daily is unsubscribing from reacting to people's bullshit. The results are like magic, I swear. You know, like, try it sometime. Let's catch up with this chat. I used to think doing magic, oh yeah, I just read that. I have to film a session if I get consent of the spirits involved. Oh, that's amazing. I hope it works out. Jessica, hey, hi, hello. Thanks for joining the live for your daily dose of Dragon Feather. I recently started looking more into kitchen witchcraft after reading some books on it. I like finding the magic in everyday things and using food ingredients to put together my own spells. Yes, Jessica, that's the next part of this live, actually, because this has been another huge thing for me too. I sincerely was raised on fast food. Like, I had a fast food childhood. Okay, I'm probably not the only one in America who lived that way, but I love the convenience of it. I don't have to prepare the food. I don't have to do anything. I'm just like, oh, I'm hungry, press a button and it's here. Super easy. Fun fact, actually really sad fact, that makes it really easy for you to lose the connection you have with your food and start dying faster. Sad, I know. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but actually the best hack into improving not only your health, but your witchcraft and your self-care is to tie them actually all together in kitchen witchcraft. Bada bing, bada boom, add a pinch in your food and it becomes your medicine too. So when I every single time I cook, I put my intention into it. I stir it a specific way. If I'm for a specific intention, I add specific herbs in it that maybe I wouldn't add in something, but it's for a specific intention and it tastes delightful. Some people are like, wow, this tastes very interesting. And I'm like, it's because it's filled with love and magic. Oh my gosh. But anyway, that's kind of like where the electric elixir came in, you know, that I make in the morning and throughout the day for myself to drink. But like when I do finally have my meals, like I love cooking my intentions into my food. You know, I love cooking, you know, the magic into it. Sometimes I'll chant over my food, especially if I don't feel good, you guys. Like, one of my favorite recipes for my period pain is brownies, but with a spell, you know? Like, they are special brownies, but not those kinds of special brownies. They're just magical brownies, not magical brownies. If you know, you know. But it's just incredibly important to really just take every single moment you can to just have the magic be yours and create that magic for you. Couldn't agree more working on that now. Yeah, honestly, it's difficult sometimes. I will also say that if you keep accidentally falling off, keep going. Forgive yourself and keep going. Yes. Just because you fall off means that you should never get back on the path. Like, what kind of logic is that? Like, that's like saying like, oh, because I forgot to wash my hair today, I'll just never wash my hair again. That, I don't think that's a good mentality to have. So just keep going. You know, you're human, you're allowed to mess up. Yeah? Anyway, Evangeline Moonrise, hey, thank you so much for joining the path, for joining the live, excuse me. I lost connection with my path because I've been super busy. Do you have any tips for going back to it even when you are busy? P.S. Love ya. Oh my gosh, yes, of course. So part of the reason why I struggled so much with a daily witchcraft practice is because I was observing my witchcraft and my magic separate from my daily busy life. You know, like I said, find the moments of magic wherever you're working, you know, like, and also the way you speak to your coworkers too, you know, like maybe make sure that you don't speak unless it's like to speak like love over them, or just even if you hate them, you should like actually be speaking good things over them even more, because the hardest ones to love are the ones who need it the most. And that's why we are here, hatchlings. We're here to radically love this world back into harmony. That is the absolute pinnacle of what we do here on this channel. And the way that that starts is radically loving yourself. It's the microcosm. Love yourself like the planet you adore and watch how everything shifts. You know, that's where the magic is, you know? At work, put the magic into your food that you have on your lunch break. Every single time you drink water at your desk, make sure your water has your, you know, like your intention spoken over it. It really, the only limit, you guys, is your creative imagination. The only limit is what you believe is possible. And that's why it doesn't matter what kind of life you have. Some of the most powerful spells I've casted in my entire existence have been in a room full of crowded people on stage. I don't even hear myself. The music is so loud. Everybody's just caring about their egos and like who's hotter and where's the best lighting for the photos and videos and the content. And those is where, and in those spaces, I have felt the urge from my dragon guardians or spirit or god or goddess or whatever I work with in that moment has urged me to make this happen, or to do X, Y, and Z in form of a spell. And sometimes the results are instantaneous. It blows me away, but it comes from the radical trust and faith you have in your magic and have in your ability to perceive it in your reality. Takes practice, of course. You know, sometimes you have to be a little bit delusional at first, you know? Maybe the magic you're seeing isn't even real. Who gives a shit? Like, keep going. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you're not hurting anyone, as long as you're not losing yourself in an unhealthy way, you know, like as long as like you are improving your health and not a detriment to your health or to others, then it doesn't matter what the lens looks like for you. It doesn't matter who you connect with. It doesn't matter what god or goddess or dragon or spirit or ancestor or Oshun that you work with. It just doesn't matter. Orisha. I should have said Orisha. Sorry. Oshun is an Orisha. But it doesn't matter. Any one of them. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter who you work with. They are all connected. Like, it's all connected. You know, like, no one's denying the existence of it. They're just debating what it's called. Like, you got this. You do. I promise you. Like, just decide that your busy life is magical. And it will be. You know, like, the only thing that's limiting you is your belief that it's not possible, or that it's not here, or that there's a processing and handling time for the magic to start happening. Like, no, there's really no wait period except for what you perceive. You know what I mean? Like, facts, exactly. So cheers to that, my friends. Like, do you guys think for a second right now that I would have, like, do you think that it would even be possible for me to come back to this YouTube channel if I like decided that magic didn't exist anymore because of my depression, or like if I decided that like dragons weren't real anymore because like the bullshit that goes on in the world, I would never be here again. I just would not. So like the only thing that anchors me in my life is my faith. And it doesn't matter who or where your faith is placed. All that matters is that the faith is there. It doesn't matter who it's in or what it's about. Does the faith exist? Yes? You got this, keep going. Does the faith not exist? Okay, well, let's address that. You know what I mean? And the more faith that I had just in magic and in my path and my spirit team leading me in the right direction, and knowing that even when I feel like they're not there, they're still there, they're still guiding me, my radical faith in not only myself, but in my spirit team, in my God, in my goddesses, and in my dragon guardians. My faith in them is what brings me everything. My faith in them and following what they tell me to do, even when I don't want to do it, brings everything I want to me in my life. You know, like following the path that my intuition tells me to go, even if it feels like my dragon guardians are nowhere by my side, and I just take the step anyway. You need that leap of faith sometimes in order to experience magic. Magic is not a computable thing. It's a creative thing. You know, the only unit of measure when it comes to magic is your feeling. Is how does it make you feel? Does it make you feel good? Then you're doing it right. Does it make you feel bad? Maybe it's not for you. Maybe you're doing it wrong. Maybe you're working with someone you shouldn't be working with. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. I've been following you since middle school, and I graduated 2 years ago. You helped me grow in many ways. I know you struggled as well. Just know you are loved. Oh, you are so sweet, Moonrise. I'm sending you all of my love, all of my healing, and just letting you know that you are also not alone, and you are so very loved as well. You know, I know I've struggled a lot, but like, it was a part of my journey, you know, like I came to this planet to struggle in the beginning because it helped me become more compassionate, and it helped me understand human suffering in a way that I just wouldn't have known otherwise due to my privilege. And because of that, I revere my suffering. I thank all of the guardians. I thank God. I thank Goddess. I thank all of them all the time for my suffering, because I'm learning so much wisdom to this day, and probably until the day that I die, from the suffering that I've endured. And I choose to let it elevate me. I choose to let it be the source that I draw upon for healing. I let it be the context to which I am able to create a safe space for people. If that makes sense. Cat in the background, yes. She's so cute. Liz, hey Nini, say hi live. Yeah. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, who cares about my live anymore? It's her live now. Oh my gosh. Hope you have a good day today. Yes, Massive Sandwich 69. Good to see you. We are having a great day because this little one right here, this little Nini Kamini, she is doing the cute little bath. Cute little bath. You want to say hi again? Oh no, she's very much into her bath. She's very much into it, but that's okay. We'll keep her in the background so you can enjoy the cat vibes. But yeah, so that's all that it is, you know? And then another thing is also connecting with this little one, since she decided to come up here. I love cats so very much because of their ability to purr. And I love tapping into their ability to purr for healing frequencies. Whenever she comes up to me during the day, my cat and I meditate together all the time. I'll sometimes pick her up and just like put a plopper on my chest, and she'll just start purring. And when she does that, I'm just meditating with her to literally like raise my vibration. When she lays on top of me and purrs, you know, and like kind of falls asleep sometimes on top of me, I will tune into the resonance of her purring, the vibration of it, as a way to exercise the trauma out of my body. And that's what a familiar is. You know what I mean? Like my first cat, Keisha, she was a black cat. If you don't know her, I had her for 19 years. She was literally so special to me. And she was not my familiar. She was my guardian. Like, she was honestly a guardian dragon in a cat form. Honestly. She didn't do things like that with me. She didn't like heal me like that, like Nayala does. Nayala is a very healing energy. My cat Keisha was a very protective energy. Very different. Very different. It's been ages since I've watched your channel. Good to see you. All right. Hey, Rose. Thanks for joining the live. We're here for your daily dose of Dragon Feather. Back with live streaming every 24 hours or as much as I can, so we can share the magic and the marvels of the world together. So yeah, I hope you will choose to come hang out with us more. It's awesome to have you. Even the cute cat is on self-care mode. Cats are sentient stress relievers for real. Yes, they are. Like, look at her. She's just into it, guys. I want to be what she's on, okay? You know what I mean? She's just living it up. She's living the life as she freaking should. But yeah, you know, throughout the day, it's really all about those little tiny steps. It really is. You know, like, and even when I go to like get like, you know, like a manicure and pedicure, or like do like any sort of like spa treatments or like lash treatments or like anything like that, like, I'm always making sure that I like obscenely tip these people because that feels good. That's my self-care. Like, redistributing my wealth is my self-care, okay? And also, when I do get like these like pamper treatments, or I do like, you know, massages or whatever, while I'm going through those treatments, I will literally be plugging the intention of what I want into my life. For example, if I'm getting a manicure, while I'm doing that, I'm visualizing my hands only creating things that heal. I visualize my hands only building things that help people grow. I'm only creating things that bring love and light to the planet because that is what's needed. You know what I mean? So it really, really, truly is your imagination. That is your limiter. And however you can expand your mind, expand your imagination, and expand your understanding of what's possible in your reality, that's when the magic comes every single second of every single day. That's when your existence becomes on God mode. That's when you start to really start having fun with reality. That's when you start getting to play the game from a way that people don't understand. And then there's a switch that happens with the people around you once you've unlocked this level of yourself. You know, like, you're absolutely going to lose a lot of friends. They're going to be intimidated by you. Who fucking cares? The real people will find you or will stick by your side. And when they do that, they will start shifting. And the ones who aren't meant to leave you but are uncomfortable by your change will shift their behavior towards you. The way that people treat me now is so different than the way that people treated me even 6 months ago. Why? Because I simply have been investing into my self-care so gargantuanly that it is undeniable in my energy when I show up. It is undeniable in my confidence. It's undeniable in the way that I'm able to speak to people. It's undeniable in the way that I keep my energy to myself. It's undeniable in the way that I no longer people please. It's undeniable in the way that people are trying to please me now. People want to see me laugh. People are like, oh, can I get you something because I'm the one who's indifferent? I never thought that was going to happen in a million years, but it did. And it's just because I followed what my dragon guardians told me to do. Like, how are you going to tell me that I'm literally watching magic happen day after day after day after day after day in my life simply because I have the faith that my dragon guardians are guiding me in the right direction? Simply because I have faith that my God is guiding me in the right direction? Simply because I have faith that my goddesses and my ancestors and my spirit team and all of the shebang are guiding me in the right direction, you know? So honestly, if you want to know if there's one thing you take away from my live today about witchy self-care on the daily, is this: have faith that you are worthy of the best that this life has to offer, and program that into you every single time you do anything to take care of yourself. Even when you wipe your damn asshole, I want you to put intention into that. Okay? Every time I shit, it's a magical experience. Why? Because I say so. Every time I throw up, it's a magical time because I say so. I observe it that way. I literally am shitting with intention. Okay? Like, and people wonder how I'm so magical. Yes, because I shit with intention. Try it sometime. It's fine. You don't have to like it. It's fine. You don't have to. You can have a magical life without shitting with intention. That's a really awkward sidetrack, but it might be crass to you. But in the reality of things, everything is a shifting flow of energy. Everything is a movement. Everything is in constant vibration and constant, moment to moment, and because of that, even in the places that you think magic doesn't exist, it actually fucking does. Like, some of the most magic I've ever seen in my life has been inside of a church. Some of the most magic I've ever seen in my life has been inside of temples. Some of the most that like aren't for witches. Like even in like mosques, you guys, like some of the most magical things I've ever witnessed have been in mosques or in these like places of worship that are technically not even for witchcraft. But guess what else? I'll even witness like magic happen in the most grungy spaces of LA. I'll witness like magic happen on the street with like, just anywhere I look, I choose to see it. So my brain is going to look for it because that's my belief. Like hack your brain to hack your life, like your brain loves to confirm its beliefs through proof and reality, and the best way to start doing that is to say, hey, I believe in magic. Okay, where's the proof? Oh, I'm alive. Wow, that's magical. You'll start seeing it everywhere. I'm currently working on staying relaxed whilst at work and finding ways to flourish within it. Yes, that leads me to my next huge point for my self-care, my witchy daily self-care. This is probably my number one tip for you guys, other than having faith that you deserve it and shit, and that like the magic is there. What I've learned through taking care of myself intentionally and slowing myself down and practicing wellness is that when you take time to be mindfully present right here, right now, hook, line, and sinker, not drifting in the past, not drifting to the future, present right now, you will actually slow down your aging and you will reduce premature wrinkling simply because you are regulating your nervous system, you are reducing your cortisol levels, and you're stimulating growth. You're stimulating happy hormone production within your brain. This will contribute to a more youthful look, a more healthier skin glow, and even in your eyes will look so much healthier. Just the way you show up will be so much healthier because you take the time to ground yourself in the present moment and expand on it. Like, I will take so many moments throughout the day, even if they're just little mini micro moments. For example, on the freeway, I will take a moment while my boyfriend's driving us from point A to point B. I will visualize my aura expanding from my heart center and healing everybody on the freeway with me. That's magic. That's my self-care because that heals me too. And it also heals the planet. And when I heal the planet and when I heal other people, I in turn heal myself as well because we're all connected. We are of each other, right? So when I pick up on energy in you that feels like not so good, I'm going to take that, I'm going to transmute it, I'm going to give it back to you. And like people are doing that too. I'm not the only one who thinks like this. I'm not the only one who does things like this. There's so many of us out there, just most of us don't have a YouTube channel. Okay, so like this is why I have my channel. You know what I mean? Like I'm here to help you guys get on this frequency if you've never had a resource to get there. You know what I mean? And it all starts with actively creating a life with magic in every moment. It is not scary. It is not overwhelming. It is not overbearing. It's exciting. It's thrilling. And it fulfills that part of you who wishes that Harry Potter and Hogwarts was real. Like I remember crying as a kid, wishing that I could go to Hogwarts instead of the real school that I went to, but now the magic that I see in every single day is way better than any fantasy magic book I could ever read or any fantasy show I could ever watch. Why? Because it's real. It's really right here, right now, you guys. The magic is really right here in the moment right now. You lose your moment when you you lose your magic when you focus on the past. And you lose your magic when you're focused too much on the future. Yes, you can be focused on the future and not lose your magic. But if you're so focused on the future to where you remove yourself from the present, that's not magic. That's self-harm. That's like maybe you need some help, professional or otherwise. Maybe you need to talk to a tree, So that brings me to my next point in my daily self-care. I try to connect with nature at least once in one way, shape, or form every day. If I don't have the opportunity to go out and ground under a tree, then I'm going to, have a little plant and tell them I love them. I'm gonna go on a little walk and just say thank you to the flowers for being there. You know, like the earth laughs in flowers, you know, like you have to kind of laugh along with her sometimes. And at the end of the day, the thing that was robbing me of my magic more than anything else, the thing that was ruining my life more than anything else, was being hopeless. Feeling like everything bad that I saw in the world was all that there was left, and all that there was going to be left for us coming forward. The only thing that enabled me to truly experience magic in my daily life was choosing to say, no, even in the awful darkness, even in the darkest, bloodiest parts of the earth, I still choose to see the magic. Even in Gaza, you are seeing the magic of their faith. You're seeing the magic of their community. You're seeing the magic of their care, despite all evil around them, you know? But see, that's just one example of it. You can choose to see magic in anywhere you look. Like, I choose to see magic in churches too, you know? Like, I choose to see magic in places of God, in places of worship, you know? Like, I will go to, like, you know, places of worship that I don't know or I don't practice just because I want to experience the magic of other people's belief in source. You know, just because they might call it Allah doesn't mean that it's any different, you know, doesn't mean that it's not real. Like, it's real to them, you know? like how is Allah being real to them any different than dragons being real to me? You know, please feed my watermelon dragons if you want to support the channel. Click the link down below or the link in my description. We are adopting a family from Gaza and we are helping them evacuate. So please support the channel by donating if you can, the link in the description. Or if you cannot donate and you have ran out of food, please share on anything, anywhere, because like all that matters is taking care of each other, you guys. And the best way that you can start taking care of each other is to take care of every single aspect of yourself. Build the community within yourself, and the community around you outside will follow. I had to literally, and I know this sounds kind of funny and maybe bad in a way, but I had to kind of like colonize myself in the way that I had to unify. Maybe the word colonization is not the right word, but like I had to like unify myself forcefully at times. This is maybe why I chose the word colonization, because like some of my demons, I literally had to grab them by the horns and like wrestle that shit into place. You know what I mean? I had to be like, you will obey me, depression. You will submit to me, anxiety. You are under my will, PTSD. Like, and I had to claim that, and then I had to fucking become the king of my depression, the king of my anxiety, the king of my PTSD, the king of my DID. And I said, no, I rule over you, motherfucker. You know? And now when I experience depression, it's only because I'm experiencing other people's grief. I'm experiencing other people's pain and suffering. And then I tap into that and I transmute it. My day, not the best but understandable, I'm trying. Like I had to like, I'm using it referencing the movie Lucy, because if you've seen the movie Lucy, it's basically this girl, she gets like taken by these like drug lords and like used as like a way to transport like this new drug, and they like put it into her body, right? They like cut her open and put it in her body to like transport it over the borders or whatever. And like it breaks into her system, and it like basically she gets like superpowers because of it. She like unlocks all of her brain power because it's like a synthetic version of DHA, which is the growth hormone for humans when they're kids. And it's essentially, the plot line is, what would humans be capable of if we accessed all of our brain power, you know? And she in the show like says that she was colonizing her mind, and the way that she describes it is very much of what I'm kind of like had to do with my anxiety, with all of the shadow aspects of myself. And while yes, they'll still come to, you know, surface, I'll still have moments where I'm human, and I'll have breakdowns and meltdowns, and I'll have, you know, those moments where I need emotional reassurance and I feel insecure and I feel like depressed and anxious and even want to like unalive sometimes. And in those moments, the only difference between now, how I react, and back then is the groundedness that I have within myself. and the knowing that it will pass, and the knowing that it's just an energy and it's in its place and nothing is bad. You know, it's the way that I observe my anxiety. It's the way that I observe my unaliving ideation. It's the way that I observe my overstimulation and my depression, that makes the difference. You know what I mean? Good night, homie. Hope you have a wonderful night. You know, but it's literally just something that maybe you should like kind of like maybe take a second to ponder, you know, like in that little like bath ritual that I do. You know, I think I ponder the universe all the time. I ponder the state of reality all the time. I ponder, you know, energy and just alchemy all the time, because it's just the way that I live. It's my nature, you know. It's not like, you know, like it's not my job, it's not like my title, it's not my religion, it's none of that. It's just I am that I am, and that is enough. I am who I am, and that is enough. I am who I am, and that is enough. I am who I am, and that is magical. I am who I am, and that is amazing. Like, I am who I am, and no matter what I experience, that's not going to change who I am, because I am who I am. I am that I am, and that is enough. You know, like, again, the affirmations. Part of the magic of my daily self-care routine is doing affirmations like this. With tapping, I'll literally remind myself, I am capable of holding magic. I am capable of manifesting. I am a master manifester. Everything I desire comes into fruition. I do not need to be afraid. It is allowed to be easy. It is allowed to be easy. My dragon guardians are always by me. I don't need to doubt that. God's always got my back. I don't need to doubt that. My goddess has always got my back. I don't need to doubt that. This has become one of, like, just doing that now on live with you guys, that has relaxed my nervous system so intensely just from those 2 seconds that I did that. And I'm telling you guys, all of these practices in tandem with each other is what creates a true, like, snowball effect of you catapulting into your highest timeline. It creates a quantum shift when you start habit stacking your magic like this. Like, when you start putting your magic into every single moment of every single day as much as you possibly can, into every single thing that you do, you are tapping into the quantum field, and you will literally shift your reality overnight, because that is what magic does. You guys are so much more capable than anything you could have ever imagined. Like, what would you do if you had $1 million? What would you spend it on? Do you even allow yourself to think like that? Why not? You know? If you were a draconic high priestess, what would you do with that? Do you allow yourself to think like that? Why not? You know? Like, part of my witchy daily self-care is challenging my limiting beliefs, you know, through what do I want to create? You know, what do I think is possible? What do I think is impossible? Let me try it anyway, you know? So at the end of the day, once I've done all of those things throughout every single moment of my day, it brings me back to my night care routine. And I start that by, you know, taking off my makeup. And when I do that, my cleansing ritual, I do this as a way to purify myself as well, with the intention of cleansing my body of all the energies that I might have picked up throughout the day. You know, like, again, we'll do like light some incense, light some candles, create a little ambiance moment. It's very important for me specifically as a Pisces moon and a Pisces Venus to have that like dreamy, whimsical, mermaidy type of energy. It really helps me heal. It really helps me take care of myself. You know, like I would say that I protect myself with dragon energy, but I take care of myself with mermaid energy, because that's what's needed for me. It's just as true. All the watermelon dragon families I can help. Thank you so much, Rebel Child Witchery. You're so sweet. But yeah, dude, like, I just have to like let you guys know that, like, when I take off my makeup, it's not just me going through the motion of taking off my makeup. It's me looking at myself and telling myself how proud I am of getting through the day, of reminding myself of the magical lessons that I learned throughout the day, of cleansing myself of all like negative energy, all evil eye, all like projected shadows onto me throughout the day. And then I'll jump into the shower or another bath, depending on what I'm feeling for the night. And I'll do again the same thing that I did in the morning. You know, I light the candles, I set my intention, and I ask the water to cleanse me, to take away all of the negative energy, all the impurities, all that's no longer serving me. And I fill the bathtub with like the water that brings me all of the energy I need, all of the messages that I need, all the divine downloads. Honestly, I talk to the most profound insights that I have in my practice now come in a candlelit bathtub. And that's because I'm prioritizing my self-care. My witchy daily self-care came at the cost of my bad habits, came at the cost of my negative self-talk, came at the cost of my irritability being taken out on those around me, came at the cost of me talking to feel better. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, I would kind of word vomit on people when I didn't feel good, when instead I needed to go within. Like, the best way that I can describe it is like my energy, when I had like a good energy, like when I had like a bad energy, here's my energy center, right? When my energy was negative, it felt like it was like spilling out like this, like chaotically, like just like basically. But here's my energy when it's healthy. When my energy is healthy like this, it's just like this, all going into each other, all like this, and it's like that's the best way I can describe it. I know that was ridiculous. That was a ridiculous visual, but like I'm trying to get my energy from spilling all over the place violently to wrapping around itself densely as possible. That's what creates the superpower, right? Like, and this is the energy that I have to generate within myself sometimes. You know, like this visualization, I kind of do that and like center it within like my solar plexus or heart chakra, depending on the feeling. But center it in your core, right? And that's kind of been, honestly, you guys, how I survive my daily life. Because without these practices, the weight of the world would crush me. Without these daily practices, I would not have the energy to help the watermelon dragons. I would not have the energy to fight for women's rights. I would not have the energy to just be a better person. Like, I would just be a victim to my conditioning, to my trauma, and to the people who I associate with. That would define my reality, if I didn't consciously choose otherwise. And so I hope that from this live, you guys can take away that magic belongs in every single moment. Magic isn't just a spell. It's not just witchcraft. It's not just, you know, like chanting. It's not so rudimentary like that. It's not so cut and dry like that. Like, the only limitation you have on your magic, on your experience of magic, is literally your imagination. And at the end of the day, please know that you are worthy of experiencing your magic. You're worthy of experiencing a life greater than you could have ever imagined. You're worthy of healing from your trauma. You're worthy of helping your community. You're worthy of feeling healthy. You're worthy of recovery, okay? Just start with believing that you are worthy. And so that sometimes every day I have to remind myself that I'm worthy, especially when I'm in the music industry and I'm, you know, around these like superstars, you know, that are way far ahead in their career than I am. And sometimes they're way younger than me. And that gives me a really crazy imposter syndrome. But like, at the end of the day, that's not my life. That's not my journey, you guys. Like, how could I ever compare my journey of Azura Dragonfeather to anyone else? That makes no sense. Like, even my own boyfriend, like, he's so much further in his music career than I am, but no, he's not, because like, that's just his journey. Like, how could I compare our journeys together when Adil C is Adil C and Azura Dragonfeather is Azura Dragonfeather? They're just not comparable. They're just different. You know, like, that's it. You know, at the end of the day, like, when I'm in some of these spaces and I feel like I don't belong, and I feel like, why am I sitting next to celebrities right now? Who invited me? Who had the business to invite me? Like, I have to remind myself that I'm worthy to be in these spaces. I'm worthy of sitting at the table with celebrities. I'm worthy of being a star. Like, I'm worthy of pursuing my music career in the way that I dreamed of as a little kid. That is magic to me. Allowing myself to believe that I'm worthy of my dreams, magic, like that. The second that I believed that I was worthy, I started showing up to these spaces with confidence. The second I believed that I was worthy, I started saying yes to more opportunities. The second that I believed that I was worthy, I started putting myself in more uncomfortable situations that would have triggered my trauma in the past, but now they're actually actually helping me. You know? Phantom of the Sea, yay, I got home! Yay! Thanks for joining live. We are talking about your witchy self-care here on the daily. So if that's, I'm doing my hair care treatment right now, that's why it's all wrapped up. It's kind of like falling out a little bit in the back. But yeah, I was just telling you guys like how I do my magic, you know? And at the end of the day, at the end of the day, when I do like this like bath ritual at the end of the day with the water and the candle, you know, sometimes I'll even, because it's at nighttime, I'll like stay in there a little bit longer, and I'll like sometimes do guided meditations with that, or I'll have like binaural beats on, or I'll like, even if like someone's doing like a live stream like this, like sometimes I'll tap into my favorite creators who are just, you know, talking, like elevating thoughts and like, you know, like about evolution and like how to raise your vibration and your frequency. Like I'll just kind of like tap into that sometimes. I deem myself worthy, and I got an apartment. Hell yeah, Phantom of the Sea. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I had to deem myself worthy of the loving relationship that I desired. I had to deem myself worthy of my own space away from the people who abused me. I had to deem myself worthy of my music career, or I will never have it. That is the truth. You know, daily witchy self-care truly starts in believing that you are worthy of your magic. You are worthy of a magical life. You are worthy of incredible things happening to you. You are. You just inherently are. You have been conditioned to forget that you are. You've been conditioned to believe that you are only worthy if you provide something of monetary value because of capitalism. You are only considered worthy if you can provide some sort of service to the family around you or the friends around you, or like you're only worthy if you look the part, if you like speak the part, if you walk the part. Like, no, you are inherently worthy of your dreams. I'm telling you. Any current face creators? Face creators? What does that mean? What does that mean? I guess I'll just say one of my favorite creators is I Am Styx River, or Styx River on TikTok. They do just like live streams all the time, and I love them. They're absolutely amazing. I'm also going to deem myself worthy to be full-time self-employed artist. Just got to learn more about taxes. Yeah, honestly, like it's a learning process, you know, because like no one, like 9 times out of 10, like no one probably taught you how to do anything like that actually matters. Like they just taught you how to like shut up and sit down and be quiet. And you're like, shit, what do I do? Now that we're out of there, any current fave creators? Oh yeah, I'm Styx River is still one of them. Love listening to their stuff on TikTok. But Tom Hanks, thanks for joining live. Do you like curses? Yeah, when it's necessary. Like, we also curse like a sailor sometimes, trying not to as much. It's kind of not awesome. But, yeah, you know, like, I think it's definitely there for those who need them. Like, that's how I feel about medicine too. Like, you know, like sometimes medicine isn't for everybody, but the medicine is there for those who need it, right? Like, weed isn't for everybody, but it's there for those who need it. Like, you know, like curses, they're not for everybody, but they're there for those who need it. Does that kind of make sense? I drew an angel dragon. It's green and gold crested with a Leafeon kind of vibe. Phantom of the Sea. That's so cute. I would love to see a picture of it on like Instagram or something, or like the Hatchling Clan or something. That's really cute. That's something else, you know. I've been starting to get back in touch with like my passions and like my talents of like drawing and creating music and creating books and creating jewelry and like just being artistic, you know. Like, that's the first thing that was sacrificed when I went through a lot of trauma, was just my passion to create. I had nothing to give. I had to just refill my cup first before I was able to really do anything about that. And at the end of the day, I realized that, like, look, it's really simple. It's not easy. It's just really simple. You can either choose the life you want, or you can live the life that's chosen for you. I think I'm gonna drop that one again. You can choose to live the life you want, or you can live the life that's chosen for you. Oh, that was definitely for my dragon guardians. Bless you, Adilcy. Adilcy sneeze confirmation. That one was definitely straight straight from the Dragon Guardians. So I hope you enjoyed that one. His name is Dewdrop. Stop it, I'm gonna cry. I'm already crying. So you do music or do magic? I do both. My whole channel is about music, about magic, and about dragons. So if you like any of that, please leave a like and subscribe. I work in the music industry in LA in celebrity management and marketing. That's kind of like my day job. And for shits and giggles, I come on here and talk about witchcraft and magic. You know, like, and music for me is magic. Magic is music. It's pretty much, they're two sides of the same coin. In my life, specifically, like, all of my magic usually comes from me singing or creating sound. That, at least the most, like, strong results I've gotten has come from that. And the most magic I've experienced before I ever even really knew what witchcraft was like was through listening to music. So that's kind of like what we do. Raven Blackwood, hi, sorry, Dragon Feather, hey, hi, hello, welcome to Live for your daily dose of Dragon Feather. We are talking about how to take care of yourself in a witchy, magical fashion, so leave a like on the stream if that is something you're interested in. Do you have an office-y stuff? No, I work from home. I pretty much, like my boyfriend, he has like a desk with like our recording studios like in my bedroom. He's currently working on some stuff, so I'm not going to bother him because he's working on some things that are like copyright material and I can't let the stream get demonetized. So there's that. But like we're working on like a more office space, you know, but like I usually will either work outside in my garden area right here. See that little pillow? That's like my little witchy pillow outside in the balcony. But like that's where I do my work, you know, like we'll do like the client calls, we'll do, you know, like the music videos, and you know, sometimes we go on to like stage sets. So like recently, I was on the set for Adilce and Sage Sam filming like a musical performance for their song Starlight for the ending of like a live like show, like a late night live show or something like that. And I brought you guys along for the ride for that. But yeah, so it just really depends, if that makes sense. Let's see. Do you have to do off? Oh yeah, I just read that. I love the Kuromi things. I work at Hot Topic and I have the same sweater and hair on it. Siberian Sushi. Oh my god, your name is so cute, by the way. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I'm making a guess that you're either a Theron or Otherkin, or you have like a fursuit, and I love your profile picture. You are so cute. I love Kuromi. This is my vibe today. We love a little Kuromi witch moment. You know, I had to bring the like Halloween like Kuromi vibe, the Halloween Sanrio stuff for the witchy live, of course. Are you kidding me? Witchy booty pillow, yeah. I would definitely love one of those. Let's see. Damn, you're like my dream goth girl. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Raven Blackwood, you're my favorite streamer. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. You guys are the best ever. I do not care. All audiences are not created equal, and the Hatchling clan are the best ever. You cannot compete with the Hatchlings. Anyway, I work at a gas station. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I like, hold on. There's like something on my leg. I like literally sometimes miss working outside, you know, like I like feel like for my mental health, it's like really helpful for me to like have like an office space like outside of my home. So like sometimes I'll go to like, you know, just like the local like area, like we have amenities here where I live too, and sometimes I'll just like work in there as well. It just like really depends. Just, you know, the time, the day, the mood, the vibe. Sometimes I'm literally running like my business in the bathtub. That sounded sus. I did not mean it like that. I meant it like I will be like, you know, like emailing people back while I'm in the bath or something like that. Anyway. Both. I am a furry cat cannon draconic witch. Oh, hell yeah. I have been watching you for years. I miss your content and I watch it for inspiration. Keep on shining, girly. You are awesome. Oh my gosh, you're the sweetest thing. You guys are so sweet. It kills me, actually. I literally cry sometimes because I love you guys so much. I'm like, what do I do with all the love for the hatchlings? I gotta cry about it. That's all I can do. Anyway, I'm so glad that you were able to join us today, and I'm so glad that I'm able to be back on my bullshit here on this channel. I've just missed this place for so long. This place is great for my mental health. I wish I had friends like this as a kid. Oh yeah, same. Same, Phantom of the Kid. I really, truly, sincerely, like wish that I had friends like this as a kid. But guess what? That's why I started this YouTube channel when I was 12. Like, I had no friends who would talk about this with me. So I had to try and find a way to make that work, you know? Hey Echo, thanks for joining the live. Hello, how are you? I'm doing great. Just doing my little hair care treatment. We're talking about some witchy self-care tips on the daily for today's live stream on your daily dose of Dragon Feather. I'm an eclectic witch and your videos helped me grow and be happier. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I personally gotta keep going then, because if that's the truth, then I am locked in for life, brother. That is the only thing I gotta do. So you like talk to demons? Yep, I talk to demons and I talk to angels. A rebel child, which we def missed you, and same with friends. Yeah, I know, I don't know what I would have done if I never came back. I just feel like, you know, like, I feel guilty sometimes for being gone for so long, but at the end of the day, like, now that I'm here, like, being able to show up for you guys this way now, like, I know that it was absolutely necessary for me to take that time to recover. I needed recovery. Like, I needed to just fix my mental health. And, like, now that I fixed my mental health and I'm okay up here, now I'm going to show you how we're going to fix our physical health. Because, like, I have chronic health issues that I've been suffering from my whole life, and I will be damned if I fixed my mental health to get to this state in my life and I can't fix my physical health. No, I don't believe that. Like, I can heal myself. Any other doubt? Psh, bitch, you don't belong here. Who's she? I don't know her. I don't know her. She's just passing through. Bye-bye. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not allowed to second guess myself in healing my body. Like, you know what I mean? So we will definitely be doing it here on the channel. I definitely got to share that experience with you guys, because the whole part of witchcraft for me is just the medium that I use for healing, or like the modality that I use for my healing. You know, like, yes, I'll do witchcraft sometimes, but like, I'll do other types of like healing too, but like for the most part, I've seen the most healing come from my magic, you know? And when I do my magic for like not only healing myself, but healing others, that's when I win. That's when we all win. Anyway, so who's better? You can't choose both. Tom Hanks. Then I'm not going to answer your question because I work with them for different reasons. Kin-wise, I'm a dragon, jaguar, and canine of some kind. I can't remember. Oh, that's amazing. I definitely got to do like a Theron stream again. That was fun. Or like a other kin stream. Don't feel guilty. Always take time for yourself first. Yeah, exactly. I have to remind myself for that too, because like, especially as a woman, like, we're so conditioned to put other people before us, like, that if you even consider to put yourself first and say no to others, like, the amount of guilt that you feel is sometimes so overwhelming, it just makes you cave in and care for people. It's very intentional. That's very intentional, okay, in our society. So I have to, like, actively fight that, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. You're back, and that's what's important. Yeah, Rebel Child, you absolutely right. Raven Blackwood, and I am a transgender woman as well. Oh, amazing. Hey, I'm trans too. Hell yeah. Hype in the chat for the trans family. Oh, yeah. Well, hope you guys know that you are always welcome on this channel, and I will always vehemently fight anyone who makes you feel uncomfortable. I will shoot them with my dragon bullets. Anyway, do you use blood? Yes, I do. I use all kinds of blood. Hey, Dragon Feather, I have a problem with second-guessing myself, and it ends up becoming reality. Do you know how I can improve that? You literally have to gaslight yourself out of that. So, like, the only way that I was able to stop second-guessing myself, or those around me, emphasis on those around me, was by literally denying myself that reality. I had to be like, every time I was like, well, what if I'm not going to make it in my music career? Oh, what if I'm not going to heal and I'm never going to go back to my channel? What if the hatchlings, like, won't care about me? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I literally had to take the door and slam that shit in the face of that thought. Second guessing myself, doubt in myself. Who is she? I do not know her. Get out of here, period. I will accept nothing less than my best, period. Why would I need to second guess myself when I am stardust incarnate? When I am literal electricity, light being? I am a human being having a spiritual experience. No, other way around. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. Why would I ever doubt myself? That is ridiculous. Who said? Who said that? That was one of the best ways for me to not second guess myself. These are some of my favorite affirmations for that. Who said? That's my favorite. And then we have, I am a shameless goat, okay? I would feel so ashamed for putting myself first or trying to, like, pursue my dreams that I'd be like, no, I'm a shameless goat. Does a goat feel shame for eating whatever the fuck it wants? No. So I'm not gonna feel shame for doing whatever the fuck I want. I am a shameless goat. So I hope that helps, Echo. Remind yourself. If you second guess yourself, you're like, no, bitch, I don't know who that is. I am a shameless goat. Here we go. Like, that's how you gotta do it. That is how you go to do it sometimes. That's disturbing. No, it's not, Tom Hanks. Your lack of understanding of reality is disturbing. Keep up, please keep up. I'm gonna go to bed. Again, thank you so much. Hell yeah, so glad I was able to catch you tonight, Evangeline. You are an absolute badass. Why would spirits need your period blood? Should we tell them? 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 It is the life force energy and they don't have a body. Ba, 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 ba. And menstrual blood is the only blood that is shed without violence. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. It's the blood of life. Literally, life in blood form. Okay, moving forward. I'm a star dragon venomous. Ooh, yeah. You poison that bitch. No, I'm just kidding. no hate to the people in the chat. I'm just being silly. Dan H, every path is valid. I'm curious how you come across your recipes, grimoires. Literally my dragon guardians. I don't know anything. I genuinely don't know shit. I literally listen to my dragon guardians and I listen to the herb ladies on TikTok. That's it. Oh yeah, coupled with science too. You know, I like to take into account the science of reality because that is important. Like, as much as I love magic, like, I'm just not gonna be able to turn the sky green. Maybe my limiting belief actually is the reason why the sky is blue still. Things I need to consider, okay, guys? No, but for real, like, at certain points, the line gets a little blurry between, like, what's reality and what's, like, kind of like a hallucination in a bit. But at the end of the day, like, when it comes to, like, you know, for example, like the electric elixir that I'm talking about, that came from some lady on TikTok who's like really famous. She's like, she always has a whiteboard and she has gray hair and she's being like super like cut down from the cut, like super like whatever by the government. Anyway, I just get a lot of my like herbal knowledge from like either books, and like as close to indigenous knowledge as I possibly can get, if that makes sense. Ever got cumulonimbus from an angel? It's dope. I love that. I love clouds so much. That's honestly one of my favorite things to do when I'm flying in planes is to imagine that I'm flying with dragons and to like see the dragons like play in the clouds like I see it in my third eye when I'm flying. My favorite thing in the world. Raven Blackwood, are you Wiccan? No, I am not anymore. I used to be for a while. I have some videos on here of being a Wiccan and being a Draconic Wiccan. I will definitely have a book about Draconic Wicca out sooner than later. And that was a huge stepping stone for my practice. I do still subscribe to some of the Wiccan Read, and I do still subscribe to some of the Wiccan principles. However, not all of them. And I do still follow the Wiccan Wheel of the Year. That is like my clock for celebration. Like, I don't really celebrate like 4th of July anymore. I don't celebrate like St. Patrick's Day, even though I'm Irish. I just think it's like kind of offensive. St. Patrick's Day is kind of offensive to me as an Irish person. It's just a whole different stream, honestly. Just a lot of stereotypes that piss me off. Excuse me. But no, I am a Draconic High Priestess now. I specifically work with dragons, but my practice is very eclectic in nature. I kind of just like go through a bunch of different things. Vexed Hyper, hey, hi, hello. Thanks for joining the live. Welcome to your daily dose of Dragon Feather. We are talking about how to take care of yourself on the daily with some magic and witchy dips. And we kind of like already, I guess, finished the video and we're just kind of like chatting and hanging out now. But I was just kind of like sharing with you guys like how the magic is. Oh, fun fact, here's a tip for you guys. Understand completely. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, lucky number 26. Good to see you. Welcome to your daily dose of dragon feather. Here's one of my tips actually for your healing. When it comes to like not only your healing but like your daily self-care when it comes to witchy stuff. I always incorporate crystals. That is the cornerstone of my practice. Like even if I don't have a crystal and I'm out and about, I will literally pick up a rock on the side of the road and be like, I need you to help me, and stick it in my pocket, and it will be a much more magical day. Like I said, you have to create your own reality through whatever that means, any means necessary. Sometimes you have to gaslight yourself into it, and that's okay. You're totally capable. Do you have any stores you suggest buying? Some dragon stuff. Also, I'm interested in draconic magic. How will I get started? Plus, I'm a closet witch. Echo, I definitely recommend checking out Merlin, the Draconic Alchemist, or the Dragon Alchemist on TikTok and what's it called? Instagram. And then there's, I am going to be getting one of her Dragon Soul readings pretty soon. I'm just like working it out because I'm also going to be doing a review on it. Because I love her content. Like, it's so hard to find people who create magic, like, excuse me, who create content on dragon magic that like actually like my spirit team like resonates with, or like my like dragon guardians, or like yes, this is good. You know what I mean? Love her stuff. It's really amazing. How can I become one? You mean like, oh, hold on, I missed your first. I want to be a priestess too, but like an art one. It sounds like a cool position. How can I become one? Honestly, I don't know. Like, hello? Hello. Am I back? Okay. Okay, let's see. So, how can you become one? I can't tell you that, because the only way that I have gotten to the state that I'm in my practice has been following the explicit guidance of my dragon guardians. I don't reference anything else with my dragons in terms of my like where I'm supposed to go in my path. In terms of like knowledge and understanding, yes, I have a very wide like, you know, range of sources that I pull from for that. But like in terms of like guidance specifically, and in terms of like my practice improving, like that comes directly from the what's it called? From my dragon guardians, my spirit team. What was the name of the creator again? Oh yeah, Merlin the Dragon Alchemist. She's incredible. She's mostly on TikTok though, so I would definitely go check her out on TikTok. Her content is incredible over there. My bedroom looks like a disorganized crystal shop. Accurate. I love your jacket. Where'd you get it? I got it from Hot Topic. Same with this. Although this was a gift, but like this is like my favorite jacket in the world. I literally can't even. I've been working with sigil magic here lately. Oh yeah, dude, I love sigil magic. I'm a jar babe. I love the texture of them. Yeah, me too. Excuse me. But like I said, you know, like and it's just really just your imagination's the limit, you guys. Like if you want to like choose to have a practice where your like witchcraft is like formally practiced in like ritual and in rite and in ceremony, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to create a like literal like if you want to create something that's magical, you can do that too. Like it just doesn't matter what medium it is. It doesn't matter where it comes from. It just matters that you believe. Do you believe? I do believe in fairies. I do believe in fairies. So there you go. Maybe I can be a dragon bard. I'm a performer. Yeah, you know, that's bloody dope. Hell yeah. No, exactly. Like, you know, there's so many ways to become what you want to become. There's no one way to do something, you know? Even if like there is a practice that says there's only one way to do something, there's still going to be that one guy who has the audacity to blow it up. He wasn't supposed to, but he did. So like you can do whatever you want. Like some people say you can't be a Christian witch, but there's so many Christian witches on the planet. Like, do you know what I mean? Like the only thing that really matters in your self-care is the fact that you want to care for yourself. Do you want to care for yourself? Do you want to put magic into your care? Do you want the experience of taking care of yourself to be magical, yes or no? That is up to you, okay? This is up to you. I don't want to sound stupid, but what is a high priestess? Echo. No, you're not stupid. You just might have never heard of it before. A high priestess is basically the highest level you can reach as a witch or as like a sorcerer. Some people call themselves sorcerers or sorceress. It's essentially like I've like reached like graduation level for my magical craft, and I would be like considered like a master, but like I will never call myself that because I just don't feel like I'll ever be a master of anything other than following my intuition. Even that, I try my best. But like it's just like I've reached like the point to where like I could like teach somebody else now. Like I could initiate somebody else into the craft. I could initiate somebody else into the path of the dragon now. And I have confidence in doing so because of just my experience. I've been practicing working with dragons for almost 20 years now. And it has been, almost 10 years now. Almost, whoa, I'm so tired, guys. Almost 15 years now. Holy help me. And it's been the most incredible journey of my entire existence. Whoa, that's cool. Thank you. I use Hecate in my craft. Can I also work with dragons? Yes, you can work with dragons no matter what practice you follow. If you're a Christian, you can work with dragons. If you're a Muslim, you can work with dragons. If you're Jewish, you can work with dragons. If you're a Buddhist, you can work with dragons. If you practice voodoo, you can work with dragons. If you practice Santeria, you can work with dragons. If you are Native American, you can work with dragons. Some of them already do, so, it's really, anyone can. Like, it just depends on your perspective of them, like I know that some people think that dragons are like the top and above, like gods and goddesses or whatever. And I know people who feel like, like they are just part of God's creation. Like both perspectives are valid in my opinion. Like, like it doesn't matter. Only what you believe and feel and experience matters in this life. You came here to grow. You came here to learn. You came here to connect. That is why you are here. You are not here to follow what Paul said. You're not here to follow what, Karen said. No, you're not here to follow what a book said unless you want to. Key word, want to. It should never be forced upon you. That is where people lose the plot when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to religion, when it comes to magic, when it comes to any of it. The second that you tell somebody that you're wrong, I'm right, you fucking lost the plot. Like, we had somebody who was a Bible thumper in here earlier today in the stream saying, like, actually, Jesus is the one who saved you. And I was like, actually, Jesus was a prophet of God. And they're like, actually, Jesus is God. And I'm like, actually, block. Because it's like, you can't argue with stupid, and people will have their opinion, and then they'll have their opinion, and like no matter what you say, if someone believes the sky is green to them. It's blue to me, it's green to you, and that is not any of my business. The only business I will be minding is the business that pays me, and the business that elevates me, and the business that helps me take care of my community. That is where it stops. Anything else is just noise. This song series called Synchronicity by Vocaloid tells a beautiful story that vibes with my past life. Oh, that's cute. I love Vocaloids. Hatsune Miku. You just unlocked a hidden memory of me dancing to Hatsune Miku as a little tween. Anyway, that was a time ago. But yes, so that is pretty much kind of the consensus of what I have for you guys today. Like, at the end of the day, like, it's only, like, I'll say it again, it's only a matter of what you think is possible. Like, every single moment can be magical if you choose to find the magic in every single moment. I choose to find the magic in every single moment that I can, and I take all the wisdom that I can from anything that seems sometimes so stupid, Sometimes I'll literally just be in this space right here, and I'll just be staring at the ceiling, and I will just find the magic in me being here, right now. Why? Because me living here with my boyfriend, I used to pray for this. I used to be stuck in bed during COVID, wondering when I was going to be able to see my Canadian boyfriend again because the borders were closed. And I remember countless nights crying to him on the phone, just missing him, just like, will I ever get to live with you? Will we ever have a life together? And so now, sometimes I'll just sit in this house and I'll just appreciate the magic that came true for me, that is reality for me now. Like, I prayed for this. I prayed for my own apartment. I prayed for my own room. I prayed for my own studio. And now I have that. You know, like, we have our own, like, recording studio hotel, basically. That's what I'm staying at right now. But it's like we've created this space not only for us, but we've created this space to take care of those that we love, to take care of not only our friends, but our clients, and to just make sure that we can deliver the absolute best. Not only music for them, but magic, you know? So I hope that helps. I was kicked from a spiritual group for being obsessed with my current team and unwilling to heal. Well, okay. What the fuck? Raven Blackwood, I feel like a family in this group. Same. You guys are my family. I am letting you guys know. I love you guys. Adore you guys. Okay? I will always be here for you guys now. Even when I die, I will still be here for you guys. You just have to call upon me. Like, that is what it means to be family. Do you understand? Like, whatever you need me to be, I'll be your mom, I'll be your dad, call me daddy. I will literally be your best friend. I will be your sister, your brother, whatever you need me to be. If you just need me to be someone who talks some magic into your daily existence, then that's what I'll be. You know, but like, at the end of the day, I'm so sick and tired of living in a world where I feel like I'm alone. And the only way that gets better is by creating it myself. So you will always belong here, little hatchlings. I will always love you. And I will always bring the magic and the music and the dragons for your daily dose of dragon feather. All right. It's not a daily dose, I guess, if I don't cry anymore these days. I just get really emotional, you guys. I have a lot of hormone situations going on that I'm trying to get figured out, okay? But, yeah. Who owns it? You or your boyfriend? I mean, your apartment. My thing is low. Oh no, this isn't it. I called it an apartment, but it's like kind of an apartment because we like let our clients like stay here sometimes when they come to like record with us, but it's like literally like our studio. Like, that's the studio. There's this one. That's the studio. I'm in the living room, and then there's another room over there that will be turning into kind of like a healing room. So it's going to be kind of like studio / healing. Right now it's just kind of a space where people can sleep. So there's that. Same, we have to create our own family. Yes, we do, you know? And like, it's so crazy because with creating my own family, not only online, but just like with my friends and my boyfriend, just like in real life, like, it actually has brought me closer to my real family, like my blood family, who I've been a little estranged from. And all the healing work that I have done, I know has affected, like, just when you heal yourself, you heal like 7 generations before you and every generation after you, in a sense. Unless, you know, some fuckery happens that creates more trauma. But like, the trauma, especially the generational trauma that I healed, specifically around addiction, I have noticed that as soon as I like really got a hold of that and started to like actually quit my addictions, I started noticing my family. Some of my family started quitting their addictions. Like, my mom doesn't drink anymore. She 2 years sober. Never in my wildest dreams would I ever have imagined that happening. I thought that my mom was just going to drink until she died. Like, I have a lot of trauma in my childhood from her being an alcoholic, and I know it might be hard for her to hear me talk about that, but I've talked about it with her, you know, personally, and she understands and she gets it. And I never thought that I would have that, you know, like, reconciliation with my mom. That was a huge wound for me, and I was willing to bear that wound for the rest of my life, you know, just feeling disconnected from my mother. But just watching her choose to be like, no, I'm going to quit my addictions and I'm going to be serious about that, respect through the roof, you know, especially when she was able to be like, yeah, like, I fucked up. I could have done better. You know, like, sure, you did the best that you could. Your decisions hurt me. They traumatized me. But like, the fact that you can own up to that and acknowledge that made me open the door up again for her. There's some family members that I have that I simply will never talk to again, because they will not change and they will not choose to meet me where I'm at, you know? So there's that. I get emotional too. Yeah, honestly, same. I refuse to be sad for crying. That's funny, actually. How come in voodoo do they put alcohol out for spirits? It's called a libation. It's basically a way that they honor their past loved ones or just the spirits. You know, they'll pour it out. You know, they say pour one out for the homies. You know, and it's just a term of respect. It's a way of just like honoring those beyond the veil, if that makes sense. Recently, when no contact with a parent, it hurts but necessary. Yeah, I know, it's really difficult. I totally understand. You know, I went no contact with my dad for a while when I was a kid because he was just super abusive to me. Might be hard for him to hear that too. He's on this live a lot sometimes, but like he actually decided to change himself and become a better man. And like now I'm the closest with him out of any family member that I have. Why? Because he decided that he was going to be a better person, and then he did the work, and then he showed up as a better person, you know? So like that is what I have time for. I have time for seeing people improve, and I will open my door if I see genuine improvement. But I don't subscribe to like the I'm gonna change, and it's the same shit, you know? Don't do that. Do the spirits drink it? And they like absorb the energy of it, if that makes sense. Do you have signs from spirit in order to work with them? I haven't seen anything on it. Do you have? I mean, yes. Like I said, I'm always like guided by my spirit teams, and like by the god and goddesses and guardians that I work with. Like it's incredibly important for me to take their guidance. But I don't know. You know, it really just depends. Like a sign for me in my reality might mean positive things for me, but it might be like negative for you in your reality. So like you kind of also just sometimes have to like define what sign you're looking for, and then if you see it, then that's your confirmation. You know, like one time I remember I was really anxious about like just really insecure in my relationship and just deep in the rabbit hole of an anxious attachment style, and I was like, universe, am I in the right relationship? Like, if I'm in the right relationship, I'll see 369. And I kid you not, like 2 license plates later, I see 369 on a license plate. And I was like, oh, that was oddly specific and fast. So that's just another way to kind of like, sometimes if you need a sign and you don't necessarily trust yourself to interpret like a spontaneous sign as a sign, all you got to do is define the sign that you need, and then if you see it, cool. If you don't, cool. There you go. And the thing about banishing people from my life and cutting off negative energy is that I don't want to be spiteful. I don't want to spit at them, but something triggers me to do that. Yeah, no, I get that. And you have to remember that there's no healing without hatred. You can't complete the healing journey without experiencing and feeling your hatred for those who have hurt you or harmed you. But the important thing is to not let that hatred define you. I used to have such a huge, deep hatred for the men who abused me. And it costed me like feeling connected to the man I'm with now. But I had to radically choose to open my heart to him despite what I've been through, and choose that, no, I'm going to try again. No, I choose to love him anyway, fearlessly. We talked about this a little bit ago on one of my other streams. I did a reading about this, and I had to, even like, I also have like a really abusive stepdad who I do not want to talk about, but what I will say is that like I've reached the point in my healing journey where whenever he comes up in my mind, like I will send him good energy. Like I will love anyone. Like I will love anyone, no matter how dark they are. I'm sending them loving energy because that is the natural state of the universe. Unconditional love. And if I have the audacity for a second to think that I am a light worker, or that I am a spiritual person, or that I am even a draconic high priestess, if I even have a second to think that, then I have to know that it comes with loving everybody even when it's hard. That doesn't mean I will support everybody. That doesn't mean I'm like friends with everybody. That doesn't mean I hate nobody. No, I hate a lot of the things that some people do. But with that hate comes love, with the hope that they shift into a better place because we're tired, man. Earth is tired of this bullshit. Like, we're done, you guys. We're so fucking over it. Like, we don't want to keep doing this shit. It is not sustainable for another generation, actually. You know, like, it's now or never. No need to be afraid. We're all gonna die anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, chill. Like, everybody relax. Like, you're here. You can't get off the ride without dying. You might as well have a good time. I had to think about it that way. I had to literally be like, no, I refuse to be paralyzed in fear in my bed. I'm gonna have fun anyway, even if it scares the shit out of me. Let's see. I did that and I seen a Lucifer sigil on a car. Interesting. My foster mom never accepted me as a transgender woman, so I cut communication with her. Now I don't see her as a foster family, so I have a preferred family instead. Yeah, exactly, Raven. That's exactly what I'm talking about. What's wrong with a Lucifer sigil? Nothing wrong with the left-hand path. Oh no, I don't think he was meaning that it was a bad thing, right? I don't know, maybe I misread that. I watched The Crow and it made so much sense. My sister's father is a piece of shit. He cut me down into nothing when I was 14. I was bullied at school and then went home to his bullshit. I'm breaking the wheel of generational trauma and forging my own path. Phantom of the Sea, and that's exactly why you're gonna fucking win. That's exactly why you already fucking won, and you're already ahead of the majority of the people on the planet, because most people don't have the gall or the gut. They don't have the stomach for this shit. They don't have the stomach to do this kind of work. And don't get me wrong, not everybody's supposed to be on a spiritual path. That is not what this thing is. Like, but for those who are, for those who want to evolve, for those who want a better life, for those who want to anchor in love and higher vibrations into this planet, this is something that you have to understand. You cannot take fear on and internalize it anymore. You have to use fear as a tool. Fear is not a state of being. It's a tool for you. It's an energetic tool for you to use. That's the difference. Like, that's the shift in where I'm at now. You know, because I have invested so much into my daily care, invested so much magic into my daily care, that's why everything I do is magic. Every footstep I take leaves magic in my wake. That is the point of this planet for me. And probably you, if you're subscribed to this channel. You know? Girl, what you're talking about has a lot of similarities to this book I'm currently reading, Forgiving What You Can't Forget. Interesting. I'll definitely have to check it out. Because just like I said, like, I'm mostly going from the guidance that my guardians are giving me. I'm breaking the wheel of generational trauma. Oh yeah, I already read that. And you keep going because you're a badass. Nope, I'm Luciferian. LOL. Oh, that's perfect then, Aaron. That's absolutely exactly what you needed. But yeah, so I hope that this was kind of a good little kind of like update on just like my witchy self-care rituals and routines, because I've never really had one before. I mean, I did do this kind of thing when I was in like middle school, where I had like my daily meditation that I did with my dragon guardians, and I had like a prayer that I said, or like a chant that I said, and like I would like make my bed every morning, and then I would do this and like light my candles and like the incense and like meditate, and then I would get ready for school and go to school. And then right after I ended up dealing with trauma from one of my exes, that's when I really lost that practice. And I feel like I only got it back, like, really kind of like recently, like within the last year, I would say. And now every day that I move forward, especially when I invest magic into every single second that I can, life is just getting better and better, you guys. And like, it can do that for you guys too. Whatever your dreams are, it doesn't matter. There's so much room and space for possibilities in this lifetime. Like, the fact that you desire what you desire is proof that it's meant for you, you know? And all you got to do is follow your intuition telling you how to move to get there. And it can be scary sometimes, especially when our intuition is telling us to do things that we don't want to do. Like, especially if our intuition is telling us to leave that relationship or telling us to quit that job. That's scary. Like, or telling us to cut that family member off. That's scary. I don't want to do that. But guess what hurts even more? Guess what's scarier? Ignoring your intuition, losing yourself, and becoming a puppet for everybody else's desires of you. That is the scariest fate on this planet. And I refuse to be any sort of tool for anyone else other than my own evolution and the healing of the planet and of the people. So, do you watch or collaborate with other YouTube dragon teachers? I am working on it. I haven't yet, but I'm working on it. I love happier now that I cut communication with my foster mom. I chose my preferential family over her. Absolutely. And the fact that your energetic state feels more at ease is proof you made the right decision. Don't ever let yourself second guess that you made the right decision to keep yourself safe, because you did. You know, like, sometimes I feel bad for cutting certain family members out of my life, and I get shit from it. I get shit about it from my other family members. But again, I will always remind myself that until they can show up for me the way that I deserve, they do not belong in my space. And anyone else who would try and pressure me into, like, going back from that, like, boundary is either really stuck in their own people-pleasing tendencies and they're afraid to break the status quo, or they just don't like me that much. That's it. I've just learned a new word, hypothesis. Yeah, I love it. Why did Blue Sage give you a bad review? Huh? I'm not sure. I don't understand. Let's see. Nope, I think I'm pretty much all caught up with the chat now. But yeah, I'm probably gonna, it's kind of late here, so I'm probably gonna go make some dinner and watch a movie with my boyfriend. I've actually never seen The Matrix before, so we're gonna watch The Matrix tonight. I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, can you imagine someone like me has never seen The Matrix before? That's crazy. So that'll be fun. I might post some stories about it on my Instagram. So if you're interested in, like, just seeing, like, more of, like, my daily life shenanigans, you could just find me there. I never take anything personally because people's actions have everything to do with them and nothing to do with you. Yes, Karina. It's always a reflection of their internal condition. That's why I always, like, when I find myself acting a fool, I have to, like, reevaluate, like, what's going on inside. Like, if I'm, like, getting jealous of people, or if I'm, like, lashing out at other people for just being a person, like, I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, sit down. You know? It sucks. I mean the female soothsayer or conjurer of spirits. I need to make dinner too. I'll watch it with you in spirit, and I'll send you a photo of Dewdrop. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see Dewdrop. Sending love to you and the dragons. Hell yeah. Death Flare soup. Nice soup. Thanks for joining the live for your daily dose of Dragon Feather. Soup's there. Soup's there. I love soup. Man, you guys just made me want soup. I kind of want chicken noodle soup, but I, like, don't want the chicken. I'm like, I had an experience the other day that, like, really made me, like, off-put it from, like, meat again, and I just think I'm probably not gonna eat meat unless, like, my boyfriend makes it, because, like, he's really good at cooking and, like, barbecuing, you know, or, like, unless it's, like, his family's food, like, I'm not gonna, like, eat meat. I just make soup live. Honestly, that's a great idea. I don't have the ingredients to make soup live today, but I'm more than happy to do, like, a kitchen witchery episode for the Daily Dose of Live with you guys. That would be really fun, actually, because I can show you just, like, some of my techniques and just some of my favorite, like, witchy meals that I like to make. I like making this stir fry made with, like, root vegetables, so, like, potatoes, carrots, onions, etc. And it's like a grounding stir fry, basically, with, literally, like, root vegetables. And I think it's funny because, like, they're supposed to ground you and root you, you know, into, like, staying cozy and stuff. But yeah, hell yeah, it's easy, and I'm feeling lazy. Yeah, honestly, I'm feeling a little tired too, so the soup might be the way to go tonight. I'm not really sure what my boyfriend's feeling, but I think it's time for me to go and check on him. Are succubi real? Yes, I am one of them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great night, a great evening wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining this live today. You guys are always amazing. It's literally the best. I want to raise, care for, and kill my own meat. Yes, Phantom of the Sea, I also subscribe to this if I were to eat meat. Or, like, get it halal. I don't know if I've talked about this on the channel before, but, like, halal just smells and tastes different than any other type of, like, factory farmed meat. It blows my mind. Honestly, check it out. It's really crazy. When I move into my apartment, I'm gonna see where I can get some farm-raised meat. Yeah, honestly, do your best to, like, support your local farmers. Please, if you're gonna buy fruits and vegetables, do not get them from the grocery store. That shit is so toxic. Please support your local farmer's market. Full moon hangover. Me too. That's kind of why I wasn't here yesterday. I had a really intense full moon yesterday. I was just so emotionally overwhelmed, just going through a lot, you know? But anyway, please donate to feed my watermelon dragons if you can. Link is in the description and on my channel. And if you cannot feed the watermelon dragons because you are out of food, then please share it so as many people can get to it as possible. But until next time, stay geeky, cheeky, and freaky, little hatchlings. Blessed be and bye!